Breakfast with Chris Adams and Ashley Bradnam. Call 13 13 32.
8:07, Pete and Mary back next Monday. Yesterday, mate, we were talking about the ADF, the Australian Defence Force effort in the flood-affected areas, and we were talking about particularly Chinook helicopters. We were told during the day that we have 4. One's being serviced, 2 are in Afghanistan, and 1 is here, which is now, I see, included in the ADF list of things that they are doing. The Chinook is out there along with 5 Black Hawks, 2 Hercs, and 3 Naval Seahawks.
So where's that operating out of?
I don't know. It doesn't say that. It just says it's out there somewhere.
Well, that's a good thing. It'd be helping to ferry the people. They carry a lot more than the Black Hawks, don't they?
Considerably. Yeah, considerably more.
It's basically a 2.5-ton truck that can fly, the Chinook.
That's a nice way of putting it.
That's how they were commissioned. And there is a way, Chris, that we can help out as well. There's a release which has come out from the United Retail Federation around pallets of food which have been supplied to hit the flood-affected areas. 48 pallets of food.
Heading to
and supplies en route to Rockhampton via trucks and ferry services, which is just great.
Yeah, Scott Driscoll's the National President of the United Retail Federation. He's on the line. G'day, Scott.
Good morning, both.
Rocky, obviously, by far the worst affected place. 4,500 almost homes affected there. The water hasn't peaked yet. How are you going to get this stuff in?
Look, it is going to be a gargantuan effort from a lot of very dedicated Queenslanders to get this food stock from Brisbane up to the central part of Queensland. It's going to involve getting a convoy of trucks to Gladstone. It'll then be put onto barges and shipped a little further north into Rocky, because obviously, as we all know, the roads are cut.
Yeah, okay.
What are they missing most up there? Is it the perishable items?
Look, it's mainly food and groceries, and certainly that's what is going to be in high demand over the next couple of weeks. And we want to make sure that the people in these affected areas aren't going to be going without the essentials.
Yeah, because, I mean, the peak isn't going to hit there until tomorrow, and so you would think that you'd be looking at a couple of weeks at least before the water's totally gone down.
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, the carnage that's really going to be inflicted on these poor people so far as loss of property, and it's the little basic things, I think, that often we take for granted, like food in the cupboard or the fridge that we can just sort of lay our hands on, and these people aren't going to have that, and certainly toiletry items and just necessities that might make things just a little more normal for them is what we want to make sure that is on hand.
So, Scott, will shops in the area have things that people can purchase?
Yes, that's right. I mean, this is going to be the objective, to make sure that there's stock on the shelves. There's also going to be a distribution of IGA are particularly putting out many vouchers. I've got about $10,000 worth of vouchers. I'm heading into Bundaberg tomorrow, another affected area, to distribute. Same sort of approach, just making sure people have got the things they need.
How do you determine who gets the vouchers?
Well, look, I think this is where we've got to really be in touch with the local centres that have been coordinating the relief efforts, and I've been talking also to local MPs in affected areas, and they've been steering us in the right direction also, as to make sure that these things will get to the people most deserving and most in need.
Okay. I was just wondering the other day when I'd seen numbers of people saying we're trying to help in the flood-affected areas, but don't send us goods, send us cash, and we'll send the cash to people in the area. And I was thinking, well, what can they buy?
Well, I mean, this is the thing. I think it's probably most effective to make sure that you've got the stock on the ground, and then make sure that you can actually get some of these vouchers into people's hands. Yeah. I think that's where IGA has really tried to excel. And you've got to remember, these guys are local retailers. They're part of the community. Many of them are affected themselves as well. I've heard of stories of IGA staff and managers in a lot of these areas actually having homes lost, and yet there is still this community focus. I think it's just outstanding what Queenslanders are doing at the moment.
Sure, Scott, and I can understand the argument of trying to give locals money to buy things so that the local shopkeepers are benefiting as well. But there's got to be the things there for them to buy first, and that's the hard part.
It is the hard part, and that's why a lot of these local retailers are actually sponsoring these barges and these ships to get the stock up from the southern parts of the state. I mean, there's one ship that's arriving into Townsville, for example, that's left Port of Brisbane on New Year's Eve. We saw, dozens and dozens of pallets going out from the IGA distribution centre on New Year's Eve. In fact, there were hundreds still stacked up when I was there having a look at what was going on. These are going up into Townsville. They'll then be trucked around even further north and going out to the Indigenous communities such as Bamaga and Thursday Island as well. I mean, these are the places that aren't really being remembered a lot, and we're sort of making sure that these people aren't forgotten and the stock arrives as well.
And have you got enough supplies? Are you confident you have enough supplies, or are you still on the lookout for more?
Oh, look, the supplies are coming from the standard IGA distribution centre, so they've got plenty of supplies. The challenge is making sure that you can get them onto the ground in the affected areas.
Yep.
They're only going to extreme lengths.
Right, Scott, good luck with it all. Keep us posted on how you're going.
Thanks, guys.
See you, Scott Driscoll, the National President of the United Retail Federation, trying to get goods and groceries and...
Oh, it's a big effort because they can get up to Gladstone, which is interesting. You can drive up to Gladstone, but then from there they have to transfer it to the ferries and ship it up, and that all takes time as well.
Exactly right. Yeah, so it's not an easy task for them. 14